All right, now to help make sense of what in fact may have happened in this very unfortunate and tragic crash, we join in this broadcast by retired Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis, who is a military expert and also the host of Daniel Davis Deep Dive on YouTube. Now, Colonel Davis, thank you very much indeed, sir, for taking time out and speaking to us here on WION. Let me in fact start off by asking you this. This is a very tragic incident, and President Trump went on record to state that this could have been prevented. In your assessment, what do you think the American president meant that this could have been prevented? Could this tragedy have been prevented?
Well, I'm sure he's referring to the analysis of what happened, what the pilots were thinking, or what the pilots were doing, what the air traffic controllers had instructed them to do. Clearly, I think that the most likely answer is going to be pilot error. Because listen, I've flown in and out of that airport countless times. It's one of the main airports that I use when I travel here in the Washington, D.C. area. And many times when I'm traveling around, the helicopters on that flight path are routine. They happen all the time. Day, night, doesn't make any difference because there's a number of military bases around there. Mm-hmm. So everybody would have been used to having that, that congestion there. There's, I think I've heard the number of about 25 million passengers per year fly in and out of DCA. So obviously this is something that's ordinarily handled with no problem. I don't buy off on the idea that this was some sort of training mission and they were dark, etc. For the simple reason that you can see on the videos, you can see the helicopter lights are on, you can see the flashing light as it comes in. So clearly it wasn't dark. Plus I doubt very seriously that they do conduct operations like that, training exercises like that for this very reason. But it looks like probably complacency, some error where I've seen a couple of experts suggest that maybe they thought they were at one altitude, maybe they were 100 meters different or higher or lower or something, so they thought that they could pass by. But no matter what it was, obviously it's a tremendous tragedy and just anguish all around for all the families of the victims.
It's interesting that you say that you do not believe that this may have been a training mission for the helicopter as being widely reported. But I want you to shed light, on the conversation between the pilot of that, helicopter and the air traffic control, where the pilot of the helicopter was asked, does he see the plane that is coming in, for which the helicopter responds that yes, he can see it. And seconds later, there was this crash. One of the theories that is being floated around is that probably the helicopter, because it was this military training helicopter, was not making itself visible on the radar. You, of course, dispute that. But how do you think something like this could have happened?
Yeah, I doubt that it happened. I don't know that it didn't happen because no one has enough information to make that authoritative statement yet. I'm just based on what I have seen and what I know about how things operate here in the D.C. area. This is not a place where you do training missions of that sort. But what I can tell you is that there is a tremendous amount of aircraft in the sky at any one time, whether coming in, going out or so. And my guess is that this was they misidentified which aircraft they were talking about. They probably saw one aircraft, didn't see the other one, because and it's hard to come up with any other scenario where he saw the aircraft and then flew straight into it. So I'm guessing the most likely outcome is that he identified the wrong aircraft.
Indeed. We'll, of course, have to wait for an investigation. Thank you very much, Lieutenant Colonel Daniel Davis, for joining us with that perspective there.
You bet.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.